Hey everyone, I just wanted to stop by real quick for this podcast starts and say you should like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to follow me on all my social medias at John D. Klauser, literally the same name as the name that you subscribe to on this YouTube channel. So enjoy this clip, and I'll see you guys on the other side. My voice is fully back. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? It's crazy. It's a podcast miracle.
This is an easy one. If you espouse to the idea that Jesus was born of a virgin birth, then Jesus could not have had male chromosomes. Therefore, Jesus had only female chromosomes and presented as masculine. So, Jesus was non-binary. And in terms of male and female, in the Hebrew, the word that was used for "and" describes a spectrum. Male and female and everything in between. Man and woman is a biological concept. Science currently identifies 13 combinations and permutations of XY chromosomes. Masculine and feminine is a sociological construct that is dependent upon the society with which you are talking about.
Welcome to The John Show with your host, John Doogie Klauser.
I feel like that was probably like one too many times, but hey, what is going on? What's up? How are you? This is a new episode of the Juan Solo Show with your host, me, John D. Klauser. What is up? How are you? So I hope you guys are enjoying. I don't know. How do you guys feel? If whoever does listen to this, or whoever is going to be listening to this, like, how was the change? How was it? I'm assuming it's like there's like some like aliens from the, oh, you know what, guys? Hold on real quick. See, I'm such a doofus, right? You're gonna see some lights turn on here in a second, and that's the thing, is like, I'm just such a fucking moron that, you know, every once in a while, you know, you just kind of forget that you didn't turn on your Christmas lights on your podcast. So now they're on, and so we're more here. See, now we're fully situated. Did you feel like there was a little the chi, the aura, whichever way, whatever you want to look at it, the yin and the yang were a little off and on? What's going on? What's up? So yeah, like, you know, sometimes, you know, sometimes, guys, you know, you don't write anything down all week. You do a podcast, right? You come in, you do it all the time. This is, you know, you do it maybe, let's say, 84 times, right? You're going to do your 84th episode. And every week, you usually write stuff down. You write stuff down on your phone, and you kind of do, you know, you go on with your life. And, but then every once in a while, there's a week where you don't do that, and you only write down 4 things, and then you're just kind of sitting here wondering what are you going to talk about? So that's kind of, you know, what's so surprising about that? We will get there, guys, I promise. But what's so surprising about that is like that's how this see, like, I'm trying to speed this up so I can tell you guys a story. So, like, I apologize. But what's surprisingly, this is what happened this week in this week's podcast for me. And then until about, let's say 30 to 35 minutes ago. So I forgot to go get beers tonight because I drank my last ones last night. And I was like, well, damn it. Well, like, I like to enjoy something, some sort of buzz. And it's not even really a buzz. It's more or less just something to have in my hand, because I only drink one. I only drink like one, 24 ounce or like one 16-ounce beer. Like, that's it. It's nothing crazy. Like, there's no way you can get buzzed off one of these things. You just you're like, that's cool. Because, like, usually it would take you 2 to get buzzed. But the thing is, like, I don't like to enjoy a lot of stuff in my life. And so that's just one of those things. I like to tease myself with it. I'll give myself just one. And then after that, it's, even if I drink like the little small ones, I'll drink maybe 2 of those. That's what, 24 ounces? Huh. That's what, 2, that's 2 beers. It's hardly anything. That's nothing. That's nothing. But, so what happened was, so like, I didn't have any of that. But the thing is, like, I had 3 different types of vodkas left on my pantry. And I'm like, well, I have a little bit. And it was like tiny about. So it was like, it's just a tiny bit here, a tiny bit here, and then like a tiny bit here. So I was like, well, you know what you should do, John? You put a nice little like bowl glass. Like I had these little ball glass of these like little balls that are, that look like glass, but it's like, ice. And I'm like, put it in that, pour it, pour all of them into one thing and just drink them all at one time. And let me tell you guys, I had 2 sips of that and my body was like, dude, this is the worst thing you've ever done to us. Do not ever do this ever again. And I immediately threw it up and I'm like, I could feel it too. I'm like, this isn't going to sit. I'm not going to be able to do a podcast and talk and like really commit myself to like looking into a camera and speaking into a microphone for, let's say like 30 minutes. And I was like, okay, well, John, you know what you're going to have to do? You're going to have to like do something. So I took a drink of Coke and like that's immediately made it a hell of a lot worse. And so I, went into the bathroom and I barfed. And it's so different because like, throwing up is different because like throwing up is more of like, you're sick, you ate sushi and now you have food poisoning. This was barfing. Barfing is more like when you drink something that your body's like, dude, don't ever do this. Sex on the beach, fuck you and your mom. Get this shit out of my fucking fortress. And your body just throws it up. Like, and the thing is, like, the older I get, the more I'm like, nope. My body's just like, you ain't doing that stuff, John. You have options. You got beer, and you got shitty beer. That's about all you got. That's all you can really handle these days. And I'm like, okay, well, I learned. And guess what? I'm up and about, and I'm doing this podcast now because I'm like, that was horrific. I can't believe I allowed myself to do that. I can't believe I did that to myself. That was, and the thing is like, I don't know, I ate like maybe an hour and a half ago. And so I think I waited too long. There was like that window where I could have probably put it on top of like some food and it would have been fine. But I think my stomach's a little bit too empty. And I took 2 sips and I'm like, my body's like, no way, Jose. Sorry, Juan. That just got to fucking leave right now. And so it was a slight shit show for a second there. I put a towel over my shirt because the first time I threw up, I think I don't know what I did. I got my shirt wet and I had to wait for that. So literally where this whole story is getting to is the fact that like I somehow got a little splash on my shirt and I put it up against like a blow dryer, but I didn't really want to sit there because I felt myself starting to sweat because I'm like sitting there like heating my body up in a room that doesn't have any air conditioning on right now because I don't turn the air conditioning on so it doesn't fuck up my audio. See, do you understand all these things that are happening, and do you understand the kind of life that I live? This is the life that I live. It's weird. It's no man at my age should be acting like this. And you would think like, John, you're probably like what, like 2-3 months behind on your rent? Nope. My rent's right over there in cash, all in cash. I just give it to my landlord and that's it. Done and over with. That's over. It's over. And you know what the dumb thing about that is too? You guys also want to hear that too, which I'm probably sure I've already told you guys this, but like I get paid and then like I pull out my money literally the days that I get paid. I get half of like my rent and then I stick into an envelope and I sit it. And like, I literally have a basket that's made. I got it just for that. It has my car keys, my wallet, my chapstick, the envelope that has the rent money in it. And I put it there and I leave it there. So when at the end of the month, on the second payday, I put the half of the money in or the percentage I have that's left for rent. I put it in there and then I forget about it. And then like 9 days go by. And then because like that, then in the month happens, and then like it'll be like the second or third day of that month. I'm like, oh shit, I need to pay my fucking landlord. I'm like, oh god, and I just give it to him. But that's it. Like that, as dumb as it is, but like I plan myself out for events, and I did not plan myself out for that event to occur. I thought I could take a little sip of vodka, and my body would be okay. My stomach was not okay with that. It did not want that. This is John. It's like, John, what world do you think that this is okay? Where do you think this is okay? Like, why would you think this is an okay moment? Talking about that, you want to hear a really funny story of me getting shit-faced? I feel like I've had to have told the story sometime. But so I was living up in South Dakota at the time. It was my freshman year of college. And I would get wasted all the time. I probably got wasted 3-4 days out of the week. And that's just because I was young and I was dumb and I was out of the house. Like, you didn't get fucking shit canned all the time. And I still kept a fucking A+ average. Granted, like, I was doing film, media studies. So, like, it's not like it was the hardest thing in the world. But, I still did it. Most college kids never did that. They didn't keep that average. But the thing is, like, I would do my homework. I would get it done early. And a lot of my stuff was like audio stuff or film stuff. Just get it done early when you get the cameras. Because, like, there was only like 50 kids in the fucking like program at the time. And so you just like get just like sign it out and fucking do it. Just grab the camera and fucking do it. And then you edit. And then like by the time like everyone else is like, oh, I didn't use the thing, you're just editing or you're done. It's super easy. Just always be doing something. That's what I've kind of like realized about like this film stuff. It's like if I'm just always busy doing a film project, that shit can go the fuck away. Then that's it. That's all you need to be doing. You're doing stuff and like you're getting better. You're gonna get better at it in the process of it. But I was living up in South Dakota, right? And I don't know how did this happen? But I got invited to go up. Oh, I remember now. So I had my roommate. We had another buddy. And so it was like 3 of us that mostly hung out together. And our third friend had a friend he went to high school with, and he was going and playing up at South Dakota State University. I believe that's what it was. And we went up there to party at a bunch of like party houses for a weekend. And when we were up there, like I got fucking wasted too quick, I just so early, because I was in the car with this guy who was doing a journalism program at South Dakota State, and we were just taking pulls of Jack. Like I would take a pull, he would take a pull of a fucking handle. And then his girlfriend was like, you want to smoke this blunt? And we're like, sure, why the fuck not? And then we just, all 3 of us smoked this blunt while we pulled this handle. So by the end of it, like I had drank a good 1/4 of that fucking handle just because I was a fucking moron. I was an idiot. And I got hammered. I was wasted because like what I like to do is I like to go hard, get high, and then just fucking ride that shit out. And then I usually just kind of coast out in the night. I'll have a beer in my hand just to make it look like I'm drinking, or like I will just drink that one beer and that'll be it. Like, and then I'm done for the night. But this night, what was so crazy was that like I was like, fuck it, like because like I'm out of town, like we're out of town. There's like no hold barred. We're just like we're walking from like one house up to like maybe 3 houses. And then we're going across the street and we're partying at another house. What was so crazy is like when we were going from the 3 houses up to the house over, I thought it was the house kind of diagonal to it. Instead, it was the house just like straight across. Well, anyway, I went into the house that was diagonal and I partied there for like 40 minutes. And I was kind of wondering, and I was partying with all these guys. I was drinking beer, playing beer pong. And I was they're like, who do you know at this party? I'm waiting for my friend Dustin and Bergie to get here because apparently they know someone here, but I don't know. I was just outside because I had a phone call, and then, and they're like, no one here knows that. And I'm like, what? And I'm like, oh, well, okay. And it was just like, well, my bad, guys. I'm sorry. Well, I'm going to just get up out of your fucking place. I'm so sorry that I hear. And I gave him $5. I'm like, that's all I got cash. And I just left. And then it was like then there's the house next door to it. Well, anyway, at that point, like I was like, fuck it. I was just fucking toasted. And, I smoked another blunt. I had, drank some beer from playing beer pong. And I went to the house, and then the guy was kind of giving us a tour. He's like, you can drink it here, you can party here. There's a thing going on in the kitchen. And then if you go, there's the kitchen, and there's a door over there. If you go in there, there's the garage. If you want to smoke cigarettes in there. Everything else, cool to go. Have fun, drink, do your thing. So I don't know why, but I wandered all the way out to where everyone's smoking. And I don't know why I went out there, because I just thought this is probably the best place. So I sat out there, and you went out there, and it was just kind of a damp, dark. It had a clamp light that was lighting the whole place. So most of it was just kind of dark, and it was just over this couch. And I sat there, and I was like, fuck, man, I am so fucking hammered right now. And I'm like, it's to the point where you're so drunk, you're spinning, and your head's just pounding, and it's pounding, and it's pounding, and you're just like, what the fuck? How in the fuck did I get here? Why the hell did I even let myself get this wasted? And I'm like, I'm at least 2 hours away from home. What the fuck am I doing? And I'm in this house, and at that point, I'm like, I gotta fucking throw up. So I started throwing up, and I'm throwing up into one of those plastic round containers that you change oil in. And in there, and I remember this, when I was in there, there was this half bagel. Hadn't been eaten. It looked like someone had just cut a bagel in half, threw one half into that plastic container, and ate the other half. And it was just sitting there, and I was throwing up. And then at that point, some people heard me, because it was like that's how it sounded. It was awful. It was not a good time. And this guy walked out, and he's like, guys, come out here. This guy just threw up a whole fucking half of the bagel. Holy shit. And then I became known as a guy who threw up half a bagel, which I didn't throw it up. It was just in there already, but I was throwing up in the process of it looking there, and people were drunk. We're fucking barely considered fucking human. We're 19, 18 years old. Got people. It was fucking stupid. Maybe 20, 21, maybe. Barely anyone 21. I doubt there was anyone fucking, I don't know, maybe 4 people that are 21. Who knows? But it was just like, and I remember just laying there. I sat there for a while. And after that, I was like, well, John, you have 2 options. You can just sit here for the rest of the night, or you can get up and you can try to fucking walk this off. So that's what I did. I got up and I walked that shit off. And, that's what you do as a warrior, as someone who partied hard in college and I was someone who wore badge of honor, being able to party hard on a weekend, and not get, it was so funny because I would party so hard with all my friends. I'd be up to 4 or 5 in the morning. We'd be getting back to the dorms when the light and the sun is coming up. And then we'd go eat breakfast, and some people would be so fucking wasted still. I'm just like, I'm fine, man. I got a couple hours of sleep, and I got 2 hours of sleep, and I'm fine. Let's do this shit. It was just what we did. It's just what I did all the time in college, my freshman year. And then I'm like, okay, well, this is boring. So then I just actually I smarted up, and then, actually cared a lot more, just only focused on school and just got stoned all the time. And I'm like, oh shit, I can just get baked, and that's much easier. That's such an easier thing to do. A lot less time, a lot less effort. You don't do crazy shit. You don't have to run from the cops. I ran from the cops a lot my freshman year of college, more than I should have. More than a guy should have ever ran from cops. I did it in town. We'd go downtown, Sioux Falls, partying these houses down there, and these apartment places, and the cops would always end up getting called. And then as soon as you hear the knock, boom, 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 you just fucking bolt through. You always knew. You'd always go into a place, and you'd always find the spot where, okay, I could leave through that door. I could leave through that door, and it's an easy exit. And you're always going to know that, because in Sioux Falls, all the houses, everything's marked off by fences, too. So you're going to have to jump over fences as well. It's a good time. It's what you had to do. It's what you had to do. It's what you had to do. Never got an MIP. Came very close at times. I'm really actually surprised. That was the one thing. When I turned 21, I was like, well, can't get one of those. Good googly moogly. Can't get one of those. Oh God. When I turned 21, thank you, Jesus. Thank you, God. Thank you, Allah. Thank you, whoever. That I didn't ever get an MIP. Never got one. Never got in really big trouble. I always was able to find a way to get off on it. Always found a way. Always was able to find a way. Friend would get a lawyer. They would look at my paperwork too. And they're like, no, this is fucking bullshit. You're good. And I'm like, all right. And that was about it. That was about it. And guys, okay. So I guess the big thing that I did this week that I'm like, every once in a while, you have to go get towels, right? You have to get new towels. You have to get new towels. This is what I don't understand. Why do towels have to be so goddamn expensive? It makes no sense at all. It's literally like it's like if someone just cut open a hoodie and just cut off the sleeves. You got a towel, dude. You got a towel right there. Why are towels so fucking expensive? It is just a piece of cloth. Is it the fact that they're like, well, everyone needs to take a bath or a shower. They got one or two options or three. They're going to get fucking wasted in college and they're going to throw up a whole half bagel. And a whole fucking university is going to think that person threw up a whole half bagel. I didn't throw it up. I swear to God. Guys, I never threw up that half of a bagel. Never did that. Never did. I never even claimed that I did. You guys just assumed that I did. It's not my fault. I never did it. I never get it. So can you stop giving me the goddamn award every year? Anyway, guys. So, yeah, like, I don't understand why towels have to be so fucking expensive. It's insane. Even like the cheapest towel, let's mark it at, I don't know, $8. Why? What cloth, what magical material does this thing contain that makes it so expensive? You know what? Let's look this up. Let's Google why towels are so expensive. Why are towels so expensive? It's not like the computer was listening to my conversation at all with myself. It's like, well, John's talking to himself. This is a good time to just, everyone, turn your speakers on. All right. John's going to ramble for about 30 minutes. Most of it is absolutely horseshit. But every once in a while, he will bring up something about towels. We might be able to sell that information. So please, just listen. So let's look up why towels are so expensive. Why are towels so expensive? Question we all have. Why are towels so expensive? I'm starting to lose my voice. It doesn't matter if you're This is one of the things I don't understand. This is one of the things that really upsets the fuck out of me. Okay, so you ask a question. You ask Google now. I don't know what's happened within the last 10 years, but something has happened within the fact that you ask Google a question. And remember back in the old days when Google was a new thing and you just asked Google a question and it just like would just then the first thing to come up was the answer to that question. That was it. You didn't really have to click any links. It just like had an answer. Now you have to only click links and you click a link and then these people are like, you don't have to be a materialist or you be a simplist. Either way, we all need towels. It's like, yeah, we get it. We all need towels. Just answer the goddamn question. Answer the question. Why are towels so fucking expensive? Because it's insane. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand how a towel can be $20. I don't get it. No matter how nice, no matter how thick, no matter how fluffy it is, no matter how nice it feels up against your skin. Dude, a towel is a towel because like that one versus a towel you can get from the gym. You know how many gym towels I have? Those like large white towels from the gym. I have hundreds of them. I wish I could tell you. I wish I was lying, but I didn't. I even threw all my whole collection away from Los Angeles. I threw all those away, and I moved to Missouri, and I still have them. I still have them now. It's insane. Then COVID happened, and like that's never gonna happen again. That kind of luxuries are never gonna be a thing. I don't think so. I don't think it's ever gonna be a thing again. On the hand, is super absorbent and is withstands bleach. Oh, it's because it has a lot of cotton, I guess. Apparently, cotton's probably expensive. How often should you change it? How often should you replace your towels? Immediately throughout when the towel's thread begins to pull, or you once noticed linear. Oh, if you start noticing an odor coming from it, I guess even from after you wash it. Well, I mean, I guess like I change my bath towel like after every 3 uses. Like I think it's gross after like drying your towel off from a towel that you put up there on Monday and like it's Friday and it's the same towel and you're drying yourself off. I think that's kind of gross. I might be weird, but yet again, I'll pee in the shower. I don't understand people who don't pee in the shower. I'll never understand that one. That's something you should just do. The shower, as weird as it is, it's kind of like a walk-in fucking toilet. Just pee in it. There's people I know that are like, that's gross as fuck, John. Why would you ever pee in the shower? It's like, because like, why are you going to cause... So what you're saying is like, you're okay with being like, oh, I have to tinkle now after your body is drenched. It's like you just got done running. It just got done. You just took off a whole bunch of football pads. And now you're like, well, I guess I got to go tinkle. So you're going to step out of the shower, cause this huge tsunami throughout your whole shower on the floor. It's going to hit the walls. It's going to be all over your toilet seat. You think it's not going to hit your toilet seat? Come on. And then you're going to pee. Instead, you could just sit in the shower and like you can continue washing yourself. Wash your arm. Wash your underarm. Wash your chest. And you could be peeing. And then what you do is you just kind of kick it away. Kind of kick it away. Kind of kick it away. And guess what? Urine also kills foot fungus. So you should probably be peeing on your feet. I'm not saying you should pee on your feet. I'm not saying I pee on my feet. I don't pee on my feet, guys. You're all going to think I pee on my feet now. And I think that's probably going to be the title, too. Pee on your feet. Yeah. I think that's definitely... Like, why is all my titles... I have the weirdest titles. Pee on your feet. That's definitely going to be the title. I think that's going to be the title. Pee on your feet. Oh, man. Yeah. It's the world that we live in, guys. We live in a weird world. Dude, isn't that so crazy too? Like there's a podcast, like I did a podcast, and then like, out of all the other podcasts, like I didn't talk about COVID or any of that stuff until right now. We're like 27 minutes into this podcast. I just now talked about COVID. Insane, right? But yeah, I don't know. Football's going on. I'm super excited. I'm excited for my Rams that they're playing. Of course, I'm excited for Rams playing. But what I'm really excited for is the New England Buccaneers game. That's the game I'm really looking forward to. Because, Tom Brady's going back home. And I just don't understand the hatred towards Tom Brady. I've never understood it. It never made any sense to me. It's like, do you guys understand that we're watching one of the greatest players and we're watching his whole history of who he's going to become and his legacy? It's growing and it's being written right in front of us. And we're going to be able to say when we're old that we witnessed the whole career of Tom Brady. If you enjoy football, you're going to be like, oh my God, this is awesome. People are like, he wins too much. I'm like, well, you fucking clearly don't jerk off enough, because if you did, you wouldn't care about that. You would be like, well, he wins. Yeah, because he's good. Beat him, you dumb asshole. Have your team spend more money. Spend money. Get good players. Do something. Instead of you sit there and you get someone like who's a bad quarterback who, I don't know. I just love football, so they're all good. They're all good in my eye. But like, you get someone like, I don't know, fucking what's his nuts from fucking the Jets, the Mormon guy. I don't know what's his name. The Jets quarterback. Jets QB. Oh, well. Well, that was a lot. Oh, it's Zach Wilson. Well, anyway, guys, I have about 30 seconds until my camera will fully turn off on its own. So I just want to say like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you so much if you've gotten this far. I'll see you guys on the next episode. And wash your hands. Bye. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Awesome. Bye. Later. Bye. Bye. Bye.